Hello, sixth graders. Welcome to sixth grade math, comparing and ordering integers lesson. Pause while you write the lesson title in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is I can compare and order integers by completing practice problems with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. The Arizona standard we'll be working on today is plot and identify rational points on a coordinate plane and on a horizontal or vertical number line. Let's get started with example 1. On a horizontal number line, numbers to the left are less than numbers to the right. Numbers to the right are greater than numbers to the left. So even though that sounds really basic, sometimes it can get a little bit confusing, so you kind of need to either write that down somewhere or just start committing it to memory. It's an important thing to know. So we are going to compare some numbers on the number line, and we are comparing positive 2, or just 2. So when you see a number without a sign in front of it, it is positive. And we're comparing that with negative 6. So we graph 2 over here to the right of the 0 and negative 6, which is to the left of the 0. So 2 is to the right of negative 6, so 2 is greater than negative 6. Example 2, on a vertical number line, numbers below are less than numbers above. Numbers above are greater than numbers below. So we are going to compare negative 5 and negative 3. So everything is below 0 because they are both negative. So we graph negative 3 and we graph negative 5. So as you can see, negative 5 is below negative 3, so negative 5 is less than negative 3. Sometimes we're asked to put integers in order. So we're being asked here to order negative 4, 3, 0, negative 1, and negative 2 from least to greatest. A great strategy for doing this is to graph each integer on a number line. So we graph negative 4, negative 2, negative 1, 0, and 3. And then we can see their order. So since they asked us to graph them least to greatest, the order from least to greatest is the order that they're in left to right order on the number line. So negative 4, negative 2, negative 1, 0, and 3. Example 4 is reasoning with integers. A number is greater than negative 8 and less than 0. What is the greatest possible integer value of this number? So here's a study tip off to the left. It says we can eliminate choices A and D because negative 10 is to the left of negative 8 and 2 is to the right of 0. So we're looking for something that is greater than negative 8 and less than 0. So the numbers between negative 8 and 0, negative 10 is not between those two numbers, and 2 is not between those two numbers. So we're left with negative 7 and negative 1. And it says the number is greater than negative 8 and less than 0, so the number must be to the right of negative 8 and to the left of 0. The greatest possible integer value between negative 8 and 0 is the integer farthest to the right between those values, which is negative 1. So the answer is C. Example 5 is our real-life application. The diagram shows the coldest recorded temperatures for several cities in Virginia. Which city has the coldest recorded temperatures? So this is your question for letter A, and letter B says, has a negative Fahrenheit temperature ever been recorded on Wallops Island? And we're supposed to explain that. So there's actually two questions here. And so If we graph each integer on a vertical number line, which makes sense when we're doing temperature because we think of a thermometer, and that's usually a vertical number line, then we can see that negative 12 is the lowest number, and that's associated with Richmond. So Richmond has the coldest recorded temperature. And then it asks us, has a negative Fahrenheit temperature ever been recorded on Wallops Island? And it tells us the coldest recorded temperature on Wallops Island is 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And even though that's very cold, it is not a negative temperature. So no, a negative temperature has not ever been recorded on Wallops Island. The coldest temperature ever recorded has been 0, which is not negative. It's close, but it's not there yet. Here's what you need to do next to finish this lesson. You need to be sure your notes are complete in your ISN, complete your Google form questions, review your lesson if you need to, and complete your Big Ideas math assignment in your Math Spiral notebook. Be sure you submit that when it is 100% correct, not before, and track your progress on your playlist.